Would it be safe to say that you guys are against animal abuse, or?
Oh yeah, I'm up there. Yeah, I used to have chickens.
Yeah.
And they were just roaming around my backyard.
Yes.
And give me eggs. Oh my God. Wow. So what is your intention here? You're just trying to bring awareness, or are you...
Well, outside of bringing awareness, we are promoting veganism, which is to exclude animal-derived products as much as practicable and possible. And we are just letting people understand the consequence to their choices, and that if they are against animal abuse, the use is the abuse. So do you think it's possible to be against animal abuse but also contribute directly to it by buying the products of the industry?
You mean like buying chicken?
Meat, dairy, eggs, that sort of thing?
Oh, eggs, even eggs.
So I have a question for you. Do you feel that there are any farmers that are doing work that isn't abusive in terms of raising chickens for meat, or raising chickens for eggs, or raising cows for milk, or whatever? Do you feel like there's a line there that's just very definite, or do you guys feel like absolutely no?
Well, the use is the abuse. So small farms are not safe havens for animals. So for instance, nobody would have chickens on their property if they didn't want to exploit their bodies as units of production. Raising cows for milk, they still have to be forcibly impregnated. If they have their child, the child has to be taken away from them immediately because that milk has to be commodified to humans. When chickens lay eggs, and if they're born males, the minute that they're distinguished as males, they are to be killed because it's more cost effective to get rid of them, because male chicks will never lay eggs. So there is no humane way to kill someone who doesn't want to die.
But if you have a chicken that's laying eggs, they're not fertile, you're not killing anything. You're just eating the eggs. But
Yes,
they're
you're
not
eating the eggs, but the use would be the abuse. So owning the chicken, operative word being owned.
But what if the chicken is very happy, walking around, being alive,
in the
being
sunshine?
fed?
Is being happy a justification to having their heads cut off?
No, I'm not saying, no.
If you lived a fantastic life and somebody happened to end it prematurely, it wouldn't be a justification for someone to kill you or I.
Yeah, but what if they never get killed? What if they just die naturally? Like you have chickens, free-range chickens like we've had.
I never killed my chickens. I just took their
And they
eggs,
just
and they
live
were
out
never
their
fertile, so I wasn't eating anybody. And I just didn't have any roosters to fertilize the eggs. I just had girls. And
that is a very niche area because not everybody has chickens on their land.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far as having chickens on your land, people get them from breeders. It is all in the circulation of the same industry. I understand what you're trying to say, as if you did care for the chickens and you were just eating their eggs.
The chickens were happy.
They were happy.
They had relationship with us. They were happy chickens.
Now, do you think that's a double standard by saying that the chickens were happy because we exploited them as units of productions, but companion animals will be a part of the family, but chickens can't be a part of the family?
But I didn't.
But chickens were part of the family.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, it's a natural thing for a chicken to lay an egg, and even though my chickens after a year and a half got to an age where they didn't lay eggs, or they laid them maybe once or twice a week, I didn't kill them, and I didn't do anything but just continue.
Love them.
Love them. They were great.
They had relationships.
Yeah, and they were wonderful.
They would run to the car and say hello when you came in, and they were just terrifically happy chickens. And then they died, and we didn't eat them.
Honestly, I don't believe that anyone who is...
You're happy.
Right, I'm happy, but nobody's exploiting my body as a unit of production either. It's almost, you have those chickens because they owed you a debt. You would never take those chickens if they didn't lay eggs.
No, I had a lot of chickens that didn't lay eggs. They were my pets. They were my friends. They were my girls. So it didn't
But did they
matter.
lay eggs at one point in time?
Yeah, but they weren't, I didn't buy them. I didn't have them. I didn't own them to exploit them. I owned them because I thought they were fascinating and they were wonderful, and I painted them. They were my muses more than anything.
Outside of owning those chickens, what do you think would be a moral justification to support the industries that you see here on the screens?
Yeah, I have a
There's
hard time
none.
with that.
There's none.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as what we're talking about, like the veganism, what do you think would be like the biggest obstacle or the biggest hurdle for you to
Getting enough
be
food,
vegan?
getting enough nutrition through veganism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be it. How to do that on a massive scale? How do you get your protein? How do
Well,
you get
outside
enough
of the
protein?
massive scale, I think it's important to focus on individuals before
Well,
we.
individually, I don't eat very much besides
Right.
vegan, so it's not really a question for me. It's
Well,
sort of.
if you do occasionally, it still is a question for you because the difference between one
Yeah,
and
but
every day is the
what's your
difference between
answer?
good and evil.
Yeah. So
What's my answer
do
to
you
what?
do? How do you deal with it? How do you follow your
Well,
strict
everybody.
veganism?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was strict. I didn't go vegan because I didn't like the taste of these products. I went vegan because I understood that my choices have a consequence. So everyone that you see here is vegan, and everyone is responsible for their own individual lifestyles and getting their own informed relationship with food and nutrition.
Yeah.
But not being able to form that healthy relationship with your food is not a moral justification to chop an animal's head off for a sandwich.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I agree with you completely. I'm trying to think, what do you eat?
I eat a wide range of plants. Everything I eat is plants. Again, the what do I eat is more of the how to live the lifestyle. And I'm really just stressing the why. Because once you connect to the why, the how is the easiest. A lot of people think that being vegan is hard. You're thinking like, well, how am I gonna do it? How does anybody do it? And the how is really hard if you're focused on centering to yourself and you're looking at it through your own eyes. The how becomes extremely easy when you look at it through their eyes, and the information is all there, you just have to address it.
Yep.
And do you know the number one benefit of being vegan? Number one. Any guesses?
No.
No guesses?
Number one.
So the number one benefit, first of course, would be for the animals. They're no longer being subjected to torture on the behalf of you and your dollar. But the number one benefit for you as individuals would be if you say that you're against animal abuse, that you no longer have to be a hypocrite.
That's lovely. Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Leaving here today, what do you guys think you're gonna do?
Oh, I'll certainly think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to cry all the way home.
If I gave you some more information to leave with, would you be interested in?
No,
I think
I can get plenty of information. Hey, I admire what you're doing.
Thank you so
I
much.
Really do.
And
I
honestly,
really
we're
love
not out here to be admired or
No.
respected or supported.
I understand
We're
that.
out here
That's
to
why I
get people
admire
to
you.
respect the rights of animals, the earth-given right for them to live in the same way you and I are.
I have
Good.
every respect for
Very
that.
good. All right, we're gonna keep
Thank you
going.
so much. Just remember that to decide to implement any change, that what you see on the screen will be happening on your behalf. So just decide what side of history you want to be on.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys.